Welcome back to my Keep Up channel. Rick Moranis set for shock return to acting in iconic blockbuster sequel 30 years after quitting fame. Rick Moranis is making a return to acting nearly 30 years after he quit Hollywood to look after his children following the death of his wife. The 72-year-old will be reprising one of his biggest roles as he will once again star as Dark Helmet in the sequel to classic 1987 parody film Spaceballs. It was announced by comedy legend Mel Brooks on Thursday. DailyMail.com has reached out to representatives for Moranis and have yet to hear back. The talented actor made the decision to focus on being a single father after losing his wife, costume designer Ann Belsky, to breast cancer in February 1991. The couple had 2 children together, Rachel and Mitchell. Joining Moranis is former co-star Bill Pullman, who starred as Lone Star in the original flick, and newcomer Keke Palmer, according to a Thursday report from Deadline. The film's original director Brooks will also be returning and will reprise his role as President Scrooge. It is slated for release in theaters in 2027. The original 1987 film lampooned the sci-fi genre as it poked fun at the Star Wars franchise, primarily, in addition to other classic films like 2001, A Space Odyssey, Planet of the Apes, and Star Trek. It was centered around the evil Dark Helmet, Moranis, and President Scrooge, Brooks, as they attempt to steal the atmosphere of peaceful planet Druidia. However, they are challenged by protagonist and hero Lone Star, Pullman, and his sidekick Barf, the late John Candy, and the Druish princess Vespa, Daphne Zuniga. His last on-camera role before his decades-long hiatus came when he completed the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids trilogy with straight-to-video sequel Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves in 1997. Despite taking a step back from the spotlight, he never retired from the industry, as he told The Hollywood Reporter in 2015, "I took a break, which turned into a longer break. But I'm interested in anything that I would find interesting. I still get the occasional query about a film or television role, and as soon as one comes along that piques my interest." He was offered a cameo in the 2016 female-driven Ghostbusters reboot alongside co-stars including Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Sigourney Weaver, but turned it down. "I wish them well," he told the publication. "I hope it's terrific. But it just makes no sense to me. Why would I do just one day of shooting on something I did 30 years ago?" Other than the Spaceballs and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchises, Moranis had a very successful Hollywood career, as he also famously starred in Ghostbusters, 1984, and sequel Ghostbusters 2, 1989. He also starred in Frank Oz-directed sci-fi film Little Shop of Horrors in 1986, in addition to 1989's Parenthood and 1983's Strange Brew. Moranis also portrayed Barney Rubble in the live-action The Flintstones movie in 1994, starring alongside John Goodman, Elizabeth Perkins, Rosie O'Donnell, Halle Berry, and Elizabeth Taylor. Despite his break from acting on screen, he has since done voice work for a few animated projects, including 2003 film Brother Bear and TV series The Animated Adventures of Bob and Doug McKenzie, but not appeared on camera since the Disney franchise. His original return to acting was supposed to come in the form of the aforementioned Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise. It was announced that he would be returning as protagonist Wayne Szalinski for a 4th film, titled Shrunk, in February 2020. Original director Joe Johnston is set to return to direct the new project, as Frozen's Josh Gad is set to star as Moranis' son Nick. However, the project was put on hold due to the COVID-19 pandemic and Disney Plus moving away from long-form streaming content. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.